So welcome students. Today we shall take up the comprehension questions on Frederick Douglass. So Frederick Douglass, I have taken two classes, that is first half and second half. So this is the comprehension questions which are given in your textbook as well as extra questions. See, in comprehension 1 there are hardly 9 questions are there, but I have prepared about 40 questions. Okay, so it is better that you take down all the questions and answers. These 9 questions will also be inside, plus extra questions will be about 31, and these all will help you for your exams. So please take up. See, comprehension 1 means short answers. Exam, it will be answer the following in a word, phrase or a sentence. Answer the following in a word, phrase or a sentence. So you should not go more than one sentence. Okay, since the questions are more, I'll go fast. Please take down. The first question: how did President Abraham Lincoln free the black slaves? These questions are not there in the text. Please take down. How did President Abraham Lincoln free the black slaves? Answer: by issuing the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863. By issuing the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863. This is in the top of starting of the lesson. It is given. This is given. Second question: name the movement led by Martin Luther King Jr. Name the movement led by Martin Luther King Jr. The answer is the Civil Rights Movement. The Civil Rights Movement. Third one: where was Frederick Douglass born? It's a common question. They ask, where was Frederick Douglass born? Answer: he was born in Tuckahoe. See the spellings in the text. Tuckahoe, near Hillsborough, near Easton, in Talbot County, Maryland. Tuckahoe is a small place. Hillsborough is the next place. Easton is a city. Talbot is a district. Okay, and Maryland is a state. So answer is, he was born in Tuckahoe, near Hillsborough, near Easton, in Talbot County, Maryland. Fourth one: why was Frederick Douglass sent to Baltimore? Why was Frederick Douglass sent to Baltimore? Answer: he was sent to Baltimore to be a house servant. He was sent to Baltimore to be a house servant. Fifth one: whom did Frederick Douglass marry? Whom did Frederick Douglass marry? Answer: he married Anna Murray. A-N-N-A, Anna Murray, M-U-R-R-A-Y, a free-colored woman. He married Anna Murray, a free-colored woman. Sixth one: name the narrative from which the present extract is taken. Name the narrative from which the present extract is taken. Answer: narrative of the life of Frederick Douglass, an American slave. Narrative of the life of Frederick Douglass, an American slave. This is got given as a heading on the lesson, It is an excerpt from this. Next, seventh one: what prevented the slaves from knowing their birthdays? See, this is the first question in your textbook. Please see the text. Comprehension 1. The first question. For me, it is 7th question here. What prevented the slaves from knowing their birthdays? The answer: most masters wanted to keep their slaves ignorant of their birthdays. Most masters wanted to keep their slaves ignorant of their birthdays. That means the masters did not want the slaves to know about their birthdays. That is why they were not knowing. Okay, this prevented them from knowing. Next, eighth one. Which are the times the slaves knew well? There are some times or seasons which they know well. Answer: planting time, comma, harvest time, comma, cherry time, comma, spring time and fall time. I'll repeat: planting time, harvest time, cherry time, spring time and fall time. Next, ninth one. See the textbook ali second question idu. How would the master look at the enquiries about the slave's birthday? Second question is, how would the master look at the enquiries about the slave's birthday? And in my this thing it is eighth one. Okay, so ninth one. Answer: the master would consider such enquiries improper and impertinent and evidence of a restless spirit. Important question. The master would consider such enquiries improper and impertinent and evidence of a restless spirit. 10th one. What was Douglas' estimate of his age? What was Douglas' estimate of his age? The answer is, the nearest estimate of his age according to Douglas was 27 or 28. See, Douglas was knowing approximately that his age would be 27 or 28. From the conversation about his master talking to somebody else, he could judge that he must be about 27 or 28. Next, question number 11. Who was Douglas' mother? This is also quite a repeated question. Who was Douglas' mother? Answer: Douglas' mother was Harriet Bailey. Harriet, Harriet Bailey, Bailey, daughter of Isaac and Betsy Bailey. ಇದು ಕೊಟ್ಟರು ನಡೀತದೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಬಿಟ್ಟರು ನಡೀತದೆ. So Douglas' mother was Harriet Bailey, daughter of Isaac and Betsy Bailey. Question number 12. In your textbook, third question. What was whispered about Douglas' parentage? What was whispered about Douglas' parentage? Answer: it was whispered that Douglas' master was his father. It was whispered that Douglas' master was his father. Next one. When was Douglas separated from his mother? This was an important question. In textbook it is fourth one. Exam alli repeat aagi keltare. When was Douglas separated from his mother? Answer: Douglas was separated from his mother when he was an infant. When he was an infant. Infant means a small child. So the answer is, Douglas was separated from his mother when he was an infant. Question number 14. What was the common custom in Maryland? What was the common custom in Maryland? Answer: it was a common custom in Maryland to separate the children from their mothers at a very early age. So what was the common custom in Maryland? It was the custom in Maryland to separate children from their mothers at a very early age. 15. Under whose care the child was placed? under whose care was the child placed? Answer. The child was placed under the care of an old woman, too old for field labor. The child was placed under the care of an old woman, too old for field labor. I told you, when the child is just an infant, just about nearly 1 year, 12 months, mother used to be separated, taken away and hired on some other farm, and the child will be put up into the care of some old woman who cannot do field work. Next, 16. What was the reason for the separation of the child from its mother? What was the reason for the separation of the child from its mother? Answer. It was to hinder the development of child's affection towards its mother and to destroy the natural affection of the mother for the child. Here there are 2 points, but you must write them in one sentence only. One is to hinder the development of child's affection towards its mother and to destroy the natural affection of the mother for the child. Question number 17. Douglas' mother was able to meet him only at dash. See, this is question number 5 in your book. Question number 5. Douglas' mother was able to meet him only at dash. Fill in the blanks. Answer is night. At night. Answer is night. 18. Who had hired Douglas' mother? Who had hired Douglas' mother? Answer. Mr. Stewart. Stewart. Mr. Stewart had hired Douglas' mother. I repeat. Mr. Stewart had hired Douglas' mother. Question number 19. In your textbook, this 6th one. See, I am covering up all the textbook questions also in between. So that you need not to study the textbook questions. You do study whatever I am giving, that is sufficient for exam. Okay? No need not to study that and this. Only one. Then, what is that? What was the penalty? Question number 6 there, look there. What was the penalty to the field hand for not being in the field at sunrise? See, what was the penalty for the field hand for not being in the field at sunrise? Answer. Whipping was a penalty. WHIPPING. Whipping was a penalty for not being in the field at sunrise. For not being in the field at sunrise. 20. What was the proud name given to the master who gave permission? What was the proud name given to the master who gave permission? The answer is, he was given the proud name of being a kind master. Being a kind master. Suppose a master gives permission for coming late. It is very rare. But such a master is called very kind man, very kind master. Okay, next 21. How old was Douglas when he lost his mother? This is also important question. How old was Douglas when he lost? Question number 7. Textbook ali. Question number 7. Please note down. Question number 7. Douglas was 7 years old when he lost his mother. Douglas was 7 years old when he lost his mother. Next one. Where did Douglas' mother die? Where did Douglas' mother die? So answer is, Douglas' mother died. See, Douglas' mother andre apostrophe s double s ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಬರಬೇಕು. One more s ಹಾಕಬಾರದು. See how you write? DOUGLASS and apostrophe. Not apostrophe S, very apostrophe. Huh? Okay. Douglas' mother died on one of his master's farms near Lee's Mill. So where did he die? On one of his master's farms near Lee's Mill. Lees apostrophe Mill. Mill. Okay. Douglas' mother died on one of his master's farms near Lee's Mill. Question number 23. How did Douglas receive the tidings of his mother's death? The tidings means news. Tidings are, news. I told you some words are used only in plural form. Like for example, thanks. We don't do thank. Thanks. News. Tidings. Etc. Tidings. Okay. Tidings means news. How did Douglas receive the news of his mother's death? Answer. He received the tidings with the same emotion as he felt at the death of a stranger. He received the tidings with the same emotion as he felt at the death of a stranger. Next, 24. What law had slaveholders ordained? What law had slaveholders ordained? What is the law they made? Answer. The children of slave women shall follow the condition of their mothers. This is the law made. The children of slave women shall follow the condition of their mothers. Question number 25. Why did the slaveholders ordain such a law? Why did they make such a law? Answer. To administer to their lusts, 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 and make a gratification of their wicked desires. And make a gratification of their wicked desires. I'll repeat the answer. To administer to their lusts and make a gratification of their wicked desires. Question number 26. Who are mulatto children? So it's important. Who are mulatto children? Answer. Mulatto children are those who have one white parent and one black parent. Mulatto children are those who have one white parent and one black parent. Next one, 27. Who are, for example, you can take Obama. Obama, President of America, who was the president, he is called as mulatto because one father was white and mother was black, so mixed. They are called as mulattoes. Next, who are a constant offense to the mistress? Who are a constant offense to the mistress? Answer. The mulatto children are a constant offense to their mistress. The mulatto children are a constant offense to their mistress. Next one. 28. 28. Why is the master compelled to sell mulatto children? Why is the master compelled to sell mulatto children? Answer. He is compelled to sell such slaves out of deference, DEFERENCE, to the feelings of his white wife. To the feelings of his white wife. See, he is compelled to sell such slaves out of deference to the feelings of his white wife. Question number 29. What would happen if the master does not sell such slaves? What would happen if the master does not sell such slaves? Means mulatto children. Okay. Answer. He has to whip them himself, or see one white son whipping his black brother. See, these two things he has to see. One is that sometimes he has to whip them. His own child he has to whip. Otherwise, he will have one white son, and that son will be whipping this black brother because he is also his son. Okay, so this is the option. What would happen if the master does not sell such slaves? Answer: he has to whip them himself or see one white son whipping his black brother. Question number 30. In your textbook, 8th one, see the 8th question. Name the person who was believed to be both Douglas' father and mother. Who was believed to be both Douglas' father and mother? Answer is Mr. Anthony, popularly called Captain Anthony. See, Anthony, Anthony. My name is Anthony. I don't have H, my name is Antony. But here it is Anthony. Anthony. So Mr. Anthony was popularly called as Captain Anthony. See, textbook we see that Frederick Douglass had two masters. The first master was Anthony, and he was often called Captain Anthony. So he is the man. Okay, so this is the 8th question in your textbook. Next one, 9th one. Sorry, question number 31. Why was Anthony called Captain Anthony? Why he was called as Captain Anthony? Answer: because he had successfully sailed a craft on the Chesapeake Bay. Because he had successfully sailed a craft on the Chesapeake Bay. Chesapeake Bay. It is like a Bay of Bengal. It's a bay, a big ocean, There, successfully, he took a boat and he crossed. And that is why they gave the name Captain Anthony. So the answer is because he had successfully sailed a craft on the Chesapeake Bay. Chesapeake. Chesapeake. Question number 32. How many slaves did Anthony own? How many slaves did Anthony own? The answer is Anthony owned 2 or 3 farms and about 30 slaves. Anthony owned 2 or 3 farms and about 30 slaves. Question number 33. Who was the overseer of the farms and the slaves? Who was the overseer? Overseer means supervisor. The answer is Mr. Plummer. Plummer. Mr. Plummer, who was the owner of Anthony's farms and slaves. He was the overseer. Mr. Plummer was the overseer. Then in your textbook, question number 9 nodri. What was Mr. Plummer? See, who was and what was is different. What was? Suppose I ask you, who is your father? So you have to say his name. My father is Ravindra Reddy. What is your father? Then you have to give what he is. My father is a doctor. My father is a clerk. My father is a farmer. Something you have to give. Here, what was Mr. Plummer means what he was doing. Answer. What was Mr. Plummer? Mr. Plummer was a miserable drunkard, a profane swearer, and a savage monster. These 3 things you must write. He was a miserable drunkard. Kuduka. Ipatna kudita ida. Miserable drunkard. A profane swearer. Profane means bad. Devar virodhavagi helidre adu profane. Pavitra, apavitra. Adu profane. Swearer means ಆಣೆ ಇಡುವುದು. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರು ದೇವರ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಣೆ ಇಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಪ್ರೊಫೇನ್ ಸ್ವೇರರ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎ ಸ್ಯಾವೇಜ್ ಮಾನ್ಸ್ಟರ್. ಮಾನ್ಸ್ಟರ್ ರಾಕ್ಷಸ. ಎಂಥ ರಾಕ್ಷಸ? ಕ್ರೂವಲ್ ರಾಕ್ಷಸ, ಸ್ಯಾವೇಜ್. ಓಕೆ, these 3 things are his qualities. He was a miserable drunkard, a profane swearer, and a savage monster. Question number 36. What was Plummer armed with? So wherever he went, He was carrying something. What was that? Plumber was always armed with a cow skin and a heavy cudgel. He had two things. One is a cow skin and a cudgel. So answer is plumber was always armed with a cow skin and a heavy cudgel. Cow skin ಯಾಕೆ? ಚಾಟಿ ಅದು ಒಡೆಯೋಕ್ಕೆ. ಕೌ ಸ್ಕಿನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಅದು ಬೆಲ್ಟ್ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ ಕಟ್ಟಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಎರಡನೇದು ಕಡ್ಜಲ್. ಕಡ್ಜಲ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಲಾಟಿ, ಅದು ದೊಡ್ಡದು. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಟೂ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಈ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 37. What made Douglas awakened at the dawn of the day? At the dawn of the day means early morning, daily. He used to be wakened by some crying, shrieking of somebody because beating was going on. So, what made Douglas awakened at the dawn of the day? Dawn, D-A-W-N. Dawn ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? ಸನ್ರೈಸ್. ಡಸ್ಕ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? ಸನ್ಸೆಟ್. ಮುಂಜಾನೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? ಸಂಜೆ ಏನೋ. ಓಕೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. He was awakened by the most heart-rending shrieks of his own aunt. Shriek, crying, S-H-R-I-E-K-S, shrieks of his own aunt. I'll repeat the answer. He was awakened by the most heart-rending shrieks of his own aunt. Question number 38. When would the master stop whipping? When would the master stop whipping? The answer is, he would stop whipping when he was overcome by fatigue. ಎಷ್ಟು ಅವ್ರು ಕೂಗಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಣ್ಣೀರು ಬಿಟ್ರು ಅವನು ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಅವನ ಕೈ ನೋವು ಯಾವಾಗ ಬರ್ತದೋ ಅವನು ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ದಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್. He would stop whipping when he was overcome by fatigue. Fatigue means tiredness. F-A-T-I-G-U-E, fatigue. Question number 39. What deep conviction did Douglas have? What deep conviction did Douglas have? What is deep conviction? ದೃಢವಾದ ನಂಬಿಕೆ, strong belief. ಏನದು? So answer is, he had the deep conviction that slavery would end one day. ಅವನ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನೊಳಗೆ ಧೈರ್ಯ ಏನು? ಸ್ಲೇವರಿ ಒಂದಿನ ಕೊನೆಯ ಹಂತಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದೇ ಬರುತ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ he had the deep conviction that slavery would end one day. Next, last one, quite 40. See, what remained like ministering angels to cheer Douglas? What remained like ministering angels to cheer Douglas? ಅವನು ಕಷ್ಟ ಬರುವಾಗ, ದುಃಖ ಬರುವಾಗ ಯಾವ ಧೈರ್ಯ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು? ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಟೂ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಧೈರ್ಯ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು? ದಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಫೇತ್. The living word of faith and spirit of hope remained like ministering angels. Two things. One is the living word of faith. Faith ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ. ಎರಡನೇದು spirit of hope, ನಂಬಿಕೆ. ಇದೆರಡು ಅವನೊಳಗೆ ಇತ್ತು. He had the living word of faith and the spirit of hope remained like ministering angels. Ministering angels means guiding, principles, guiding. See, we say ministers, angels means devatutru, alva. But what we believe is that they guide us, they give us strength. Okay, so I have given you about 40 questions. Okay, more than this we can't frame. Every line to line I have framed questions. In exams ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ಕೇಳಕ್ಕೂ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಕೇಳಕ್ಕೂ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. And textbook ಅಲ್ಲಿ there are only 9 questions. Okay, so when we come to the class, live classes, we will see. Even I have got my own guides, you can buy them. All the 40 questions. What I want you is, please write down all the 40 questions. Okay, right? Question, answer. Sometimes if I go fast, give some place, then you can fill it up. Because in any case, I repeat 2 times. So please, because it is not that you just understand the lesson. You must score well. That is also important. marks are also important because we teach exam oriented and you learn marks oriented. This is the guiding principle of PUC. Okay, because some students, they study day and night, but finally they don't score well. But some students, they select and study. They know, yes, then they score very high. So please see that marks are important in PU. Okay, so since when regular class starts, I'll be coming now and then. Mainly for first PU, Sister Janet will be dealing. I have taken the first 4 units. Okay, in course book, first 4 units. That is, first one is the Gentleman of the Jungle, then the poem, the Schoolboy, then Around the Medicinal Creeper, and Oru Manushan. These 4 I have uploaded, and the remaining sister is doing, and in between I have done 1 or 2 lessons. Okay, so let it be. When we come to the college, we both will be there. You can approach us, we'll clarify your doubts, and but you must make notes. That is very important. Whenever I take a lesson, I give notes. See that all the things are covered up. Okay, in the tomorrow class, next video, I'll discuss the long questions. That is 4 mark and 6 mark. And exactly, you cannot say which is 4 mark and which is 6 mark. Sometimes 4 mark question is given as 6 mark question. Okay, in that case, you have to slightly write more. We cannot exactly say. See, question number, comprehension 1 is 1 mark, 100%. But comprehension 2 and 3 is alva. Adu sometimes ikkada madtare. So you have to be prepared for that. But I'll give sufficiently lengthy answers. So 4 mark questions ge, the length should be 80 to 100 words. Answer the following in a paragraph of 80 to 100 words. Example kottutare. 6 mark questions ge, answer the following in about 200 words. A bit longer answer. So for every answer you have to give some introductions, ending and all that. Automatically it becomes long. Okay, you must be well thorough with the method of writing and how much you have to write. Okay, then for today I'll close, and then tomorrow I'll come with we'll go for the comprehension long questions. Okay then, bye. I hope you know my name. My name is Anthony. Okay, thank you.